So this one's going to be short and sweet because I've already tried to record this multiple times and keep on messing up every time. So let's make this a little bit short, and let's make sure that everybody understands how to get full points on that. I hope everybody tried. I hope everybody tried to do this correctly, because again, it's worth 2 points. These are the easiest 2 points that you're going to find. And this is called a redesign. Why do they call it a redesign? Duh. The idea being, how can you make this system faster? How can you make it better? And again, ideas, you want to be as specific as possible. Be specific. Use specific words. Ooh, you know what we could do here? We could make them a drawing. That describes how you're going to do the redesign. You can draw that over again. You can draw the picture on the other side, and you can say, I'm putting this here. And then you have to explain how the redesign will actually work. So let's figure out how this happens. This is CER work. This is going to be your claim. This is going to be your reasoning. There is no evidence. They actually don't care whether or not what you say you're going to do will actually make it faster, as long as you have a scientific explanation. And the other idea that you have to think about is any kind of redesign is dealing in energy. So the question that you have to ask yourself is, what is the energy that's being used in the water cleaner system? How is this working? All right. Does anybody know? Hopefully I had a few people shout out an answer, or somebody raised their hand and said, the energy type. It's an energy type that you're going to use a lot in redesigns and a lot in other short answers. That energy is heat. So whatever we do, we are going to make sure that we are talking about heat when we're using our reasoning. So let's do this. I'm going to replace... I'm going to put aluminum foil on the top of the pot instead of regular transparent film. I'm going to draw them a little bit of picture. I'm going to say, you know, here's the sun, da-da-da-da-da. Here's the little container. This is the foil. Now, why am I using foil? Well, what does foil do to heat? Or what does foil do to light? We can either use heat or we can use light. I should have actually said that. Now, the driving, the beginning, is light from the sun, but it's going to turn into heat. Now, foil reflects heat. Allowing the top to get much cooler. Da-da-da. Ta-da. I'm done. Let's see. I could... let's leave it there. I could replace the large metal piece, I could replace something with the metal pot. It all has to do with light and heat. Oop, and I made a mistake there. It shouldn't be heat. My bad. What should it be? It should be light. Allowing the top to cool down faster, making water. That's going to work from don't put heat. Please, please, please don't put heat. That is going to be where a lot of people get these questions wrong, and I'm sorry that I made that mistake there. So check with your partner, check your own work. Did you do what it asked you to do over here? And again, it's not that difficult. What you have to understand is that they're looking for two things, and what you need to do is you only change one thing, all right? Don't go nuts. The more complicated you get, the more in trouble you're going to get with your explanation. So you only change one thing, and you connect it. You connect it to the energy. So you could be dealing with a rocket ship. Alright, you've got all that chemical energy. How can I make the rocket ship better? Well, it needs to travel faster, so I can make it lighter. I can make it, you know, whatever. You could be dealing with, I think there was one that was about like painting a doghouse. What type of paint would you like to use on the doghouse? Depends. Doesn't matter what you say, but you just say something like the dark color absorbs light, so it would make it warmer for the dog. The light color reflects light, so it'll make it cooler for the dog. Again, it doesn't have to be correct as long as you're showing that the correct science behind it. Your answer doesn't have to be correct. I'm going to make the doghouse dark. The dog lives in the desert. Oh, gee, you're making it warmer from. Good for you. As long as you've got an explanation, you're going to be good to go. All right, try it out. Hopefully you wrote down what I did. Make corrections. Why don't you try multiple ways of doing it? So if you've already done one way, try another way. How are you going to use that white towel? That's the challenge right now. The white towel is just the weirdest one. The white towel. What are you going to do with the white towel to make this work faster? Let's do that as maybe even a ticket out the door, depending on what your teacher expects. You can write this on a half sheet of paper. You can write it on the paper itself. But I'd be interested to see if you have any really good ideas. And I'd be willing to even give you a little bit of props or, you know, some sort of reward if you are successfully able to figure out what the heck to do with that white towel that deals in light or heat or something else. Try it out. I'd be interested to see what you can do.